Hey guys, what's up? Finally back. The car is doing okay now. We got all the windows fixed here. But yeah, so kind of exciting. I've hold on, let me get some light in here. I've started on the wide body kit. So I've got one side mounted up, and then I just kind of wanted to do that to start, and then I was going to show you how to do the other side once, you know, I figured out how to do one side. But so this is what it looks like now. It's quite a bit wider actually. It's pretty I can't even remember what it is, what the difference is here. But that's the front, that's the back. I still have to figure out the side skirt. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do about it, but I'll give you guys kind of a farther away look. So yeah, and then there's also going to be a front lip on it, but that's, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because this front bumper here kind of has like a built-in lip. Now you can see it goes all the way along here. So, not 100% sure. But yeah, anyway, this is stock body. And that's the wide body. Oh, it's gonna be so... It's pretty aggressive. It's gonna look really nice once I get my wheels on it. I'll probably do all the cutting and wheel fitment tomorrow. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of show you the process of how to start wide body with your over fenders and stuff like that. Oh yeah, one other thing is at this point it is on like so tight I can shake the entire car with just this. So pretty good. I just kind of wanted to show you guys, because of the fitment on this, I'm going to trim this down, fill it, and I'm gonna notch it out here, go in here, and then going at the bottom, probably just fill this, because this is not really doing anything, and it's not like it really matters, because I mean, it'll be fun. Anyway, I'll just use this one, and then I'm gonna fit one here. But I mean, as it is, it should be fine. But you know, just to be safe. And yeah, so I gotta get this gas cap put in. But yeah, anyway, I'll show you guys how to do the other side. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you start this is you want to grab some tape, painter's tape, scotch tape, anything like that. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this entire thing, because when I start drilling holes, you know, I'm going to want to preserve this paint. In most cases, for me, I'm going to wrap it so it doesn't really matter. But if you want to preserve your paint, use this. I'm going to do it as well, because once I lay down the tape and I take it off, I'm going to need to cut the fenders. And how I plan on doing this is I've created an outline here and just a permanent marker throughout the entire thing. And on the inside, it'll be a little bit hard to see, but I also have another line of where I want to cut. But this just kind of gives me an idea. So when I look at this, I know, okay, so 2 or 3 inches down, I need to at least keep just for the whole bolt-on process. So for that, I'm just gonna tape this up, and yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay, so now that I have this whole thing taped up, I'm going to go ahead and remove the side skirt here. And then I'm going to mount up my fender flare and just kind of show you how it looks. Alright, well, yeah, I got this off fairly easy. There's just 2 like clips here underneath the car, pop it off, and then yeah, I literally just like pulled this thing off and it came off pretty easy. So, I'm going to throw this down over here. And this is the fender, over fender, that we're going to be putting on here. Basically, it's going to fit up kind of like so. I mean, I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay, so basically how I was doing it is right here, you can still see the door trim line. And let's see if I can move it over. So you want to line it up just a little bit inside, because you still want to be able to open your door. If you put it too far over, you're going to have no function with your door at all. So right about there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape this into place, and I'm gonna work on the front side, just kind of getting it in. As you can see, like already, once I push it down and get it in, this is kind of how it's gonna be positioned. But for right now, no tape. So once I get the tape on there, I'll show you what it looks like. All right. So how I'm gonna start this is I've just been using duct tape to hold this all into place, and I've basically been trying to get it the length in between where I'm supposed to drill my 2 holes. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit shorter, and there, that's like perfect there. I'm gonna start near the back for this one, right about there. That should be good. And what I'm gonna want to do is, like I said earlier, is I'm gonna line the back up just a little bit off. And then I'm gonna tape it into place right where I kind of feel is, you know, the right spot. Looks good, feels good. Like right here, I would say. Maybe a little bit more this way. One thing that you need to make sure you're aware of when you do this is you want to push it down. Because when you have the hardware in, it's going to be pushing all the way against it. You want it as flush as you possibly can. So right now, I'm kind of working on it as best I can. Just getting it right where I think it's going to sit once I have all the hardware in. Which I think is going to be right about there. And then from here, this is where you really need to push. Because you really want as good of contact as you can get. So as you can see here now, I've got it flush like this, but it wants to pop off, which that's okay. I'm going to fix that, but until then. Okay, so I jumped ahead and I taped it all down here. Now it's on, I'd say fairly good. You know, when I drill, you're going to want to push down and in. But for right now, it's pretty good. One thing that I would say to be aware of is you want that to line up nice. You want it to look good. Like right now, I think it looks okay. It could come up a bit. But the only issue is, you know, some of these kits, I'm having issues touching here. So if I lift it, then whatever, I might have to cut this. But the whole point is, you know, it is a lot easier to take the tape off and go back and fix it right now and do it how you want to do it than it is if you drill it and pull it back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off this tape. I'm going to retry it. I'm going to try to get it a little bit better, but I'll jump to when I'm ready to drill. So I've decided I'm just going to keep the tape like this. I was kind of messing around down here and found that if I pushed it in, I actually got to fit the way I wanted it to. But the next step is I'm actually going to unlock this door, and you're going to want to open it and just make sure that you don't hit anything when you're doing this. Because, you know, if you drill it into place and you can't open your door, you're going to have to go back and redo the whole thing. So I'm just going to test that out quick. I can't open it all the way right now just because of this tape. You know, I want it to stay in the position that I have it, but it opens up enough for me to know that when I open this door all the way, it'll be fine. You know, I don't really feel like you ever really open your doors up all the way, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead to show you guys the drilling process. So essentially, when I drill this, you're gonna see they have a little hole here that they kind of want you to use as a mark. For me personally, I can see right now that that's not center, and even like some of these ones, like they don't have them. So I'm gonna go with how I feel is best, and I think, you know, it's a little bit lower in this way. And you know, like, it is your car, so do how you want to do it. I'm gonna start right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you guys down. What you want is you wanna push down right beside it so that you get it flush, and you wanna drill all the way through and pull it out. And then you wanna keep going all the way. I'm gonna start at the back because I know the back's lined up well. And as I move forward, I'm gonna make sure that the front is adjusted properly and that it all lines up the way I want it to. So I'm gonna sit you guys down and show you to do that. Basically, I'm just gonna start right here, push down as hard as I can, find my center point, push in, and just start off slow. I'm gonna start slow for now, and as I break through this first layer of the fiberglass, I'm gonna hit the metal fender, and from there, that's when I'll speed it up a bit. So I just broke through there. I'm gonna go full speed. Pop in, pull straight out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go through all those really quick, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. All right, I totally lied actually. When I do this, I'm going to want to put a screw in right after I do it, just so that you know it's tight, and you know when I push this one down, this one might pop off and come back, and this hole might be a little bit off, and when I do them all, it might be just, you know, a little off somewhere. And so I want it as flat as I possibly can, you know, as I keep going. I'm gonna start off with the back kind of top row-ish, and then I'll move forward. But I kind of want it all in the same spot so that as I'm going, you know, even like the slightest difference of it being off a little bit can make a big difference. And so for now, I'm just gonna use some screws like this here, nothing special. Until I want to put my proper hardware in and drill bigger holes. But for right now, you know, I've got a tiny hole in there. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill and the bit here, and I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I want enough where that, you know, we catch both. Catching the other one right now, getting through. And as I come to the fiberglass, I do not want to push hard on this. I'm gonna just stop right there. I can go back if I want and re-drill it and push down while I'm doing it, but the thing with this is I don't want to damage the fiberglass, so could go a little bit tighter, but like that's all I'm gonna leave it at right now, is just at the bare minimum, because I don't want to damage this at all. If I break that, it's gonna be way harder to make a new tab and, you know, have to go through the whole process again. So, you know, just keep it light. It's gonna be on here snug. I showed you the other side. You can move the whole car once you get everything in. You don't need to do it overly tight, and it'll fit. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and then I'll show you how to do the backside. All right, so now that I have this all drilled in here, I can go ahead and remove all of my duct tape I have on here. And it's gonna hold itself completely in place. Yeah, this really needs to be on there. This one, and then finally this last one here. So now that this is on completely, I'm gonna go ahead. Anyway, as you can see, it's pretty stable. Here's a quick look. Not exactly the greatest view, but I think it looks pretty killer. I'll probably back it out and show you guys what exactly it looks like, but for now, I'm going to show you this backside here. What I'm going to do first is, what I want to do is I'm going to put the side skirt in here, just so that I have a rough idea of when I put it in here, it's going to come back here, and I'm going to be able to line up my back over fender in there, just so that I have it all in the correct spots. And then I'm going to do the backside, and then yeah, I'll show you how that goes. Alright, so I just have the side skirt right up here in line of where I need to go. I just taped it in here so that when I put my rear over fender on, it's going to push it and slide into place like this, so that, you know, the side skirt's going to fit in there properly and it's going to line up well. One thing that you have to do when you actually do these installs is you need to make sure you take off this. So as you see here, it comes with its own. I'll probably have to modify this just get to line up better. I mean, this might be able to just push down and it'll look better, but I might just cut this out, make it a little bit bigger, fill it in here. Anyway, what I'm gonna have to do is, these are fairly loose on here, like that just popped off here. And I've just kind of pulled them out. I'm sure there's a proper way to do this, but I mean, I'm not retaining really any of this, so it doesn't really matter. All I'm gonna do is, when I do it again, I'm gonna have to cut this, and I'm gonna probably cut it here, and then it'll line up somehow. I'm not really sure. I haven't really got to that step yet, but yeah, now that that's off, I'm gonna get over fender and do the exact same thing that I did up here, tape the whole back up, and yeah, I'll kind of show you how to go through that process. Okay, so I have it taped up. Once again, I am going to put it up against here. I'm going to duct tape it on, and then I'm going to drill my holes and sketch an outline, which is something that I actually never did on this side. So what I want to do here is, I'm just going to take a black Sharpie here, and I just want to go kind of along here, you know, get as tight as I possibly can. Way around, and this way, especially for right here. So now I have an outline, because I'm not going to be cutting the fender when I have it with the over fender on. So now when I pull this off, I have an outline of exactly where everything is. So now I know, okay, so right about here, I'm just going to measure about 2 inches down. I can cut up to that. I know I won't necessarily do that, but I have the option to if I want to. And so from there, it's just going to make it easier to, you know, just to gauge on how high up I should cut. I know, like here, like if you look in here, we have a ton of extra, you know, like metal, the green stuff here. Like I really don't need any of this. I can cut it all back to fit my tires that I have and wheels. But for now, I'm going to finish this back side, and then yeah, I'll kind of show you. I think I'll just jump right to when the whole kit is mounted up here all together, and then I'll place the front lip in front, because the front lip, because I have the extra lip here, I'm gonna have to drill holes in here just so I can slide it over top, is what I plan on doing. And yeah, I'll kind of show you how the whole process goes. All right, so I have officially finished this back section here. Yeah, bolted on pretty easy. Definitely lines up better than the other one does actually. So down here, haven't really fit this in at all, but you know, kind of goes in like that. You bolt it in through here, runs along the front, and other than that, it looks pretty good. It is very wide. I think it looks killer. It looks a little funny right now just because all the green on it, and you know, no tires basically. But yeah, I finished it for now, at least for what I wanted to do today. But tomorrow, I'm gonna bring my tires, and then we're gonna cut off all the excess metal, and then we'll fit the front lip, and yeah, I'll kind of show you that. I might put that in another video, might keep it as this one, I'm not too sure yet, but if this is the end of this one, then thanks for watching, and yeah, new video will be up probably the next day after this one.